comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning, my little nerd babies. How are you? It's Thursday. It's time for your daily dose of dork, and it's me, Danny, here to dose you dorkily. Did you sleep okay? Did you have a good night? You got coffee, water, tea? I got a little bit of both, of course, in my Arrakis runs on Dunkin' mug. Hi. I wanted to show something off real quick before we got started. So those of you who followed me for a while know my daughter is an artist. She's obsessed with Spider-Man, but she's an amazing little artist. There's several of her pieces in my background, but she did like a carving in school. She's actually in an art show this week also. So anyway, she did this carving in school and made prints of it. How cool is that? My kid made this. This is one of her prints from her carving. It's so good. She thinks that this is the worst one. I told her, no, it's the best. It's absolutely the best because I think it's got so much character. It looks distressed. I love it. It's going up. It's getting framed and it's going up in the studio. Good morning. Before we go any further, make sure you give me a big fat thumbs up by hitting the like button down below, subscribing if you're new, and ringing that notification bell, getting notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy content. Let's see. Good morning, Deranged Lunatic. Love it. Good morning, Omari. And yes, I'm going to gush about Sinners. Mwah. So good. So good. Good morning, Taco Cat. Oh, good morning, Dreaming Tabitha. I'm going to see you tomorrow. And don't worry, I've already told Dave and he's so excited. It's like, I'm doing Tabitha's show Friday. And he's like, great. Oh, man. I'm so happy you're here. Good morning, Untamed Mando. Should I put my hat back on? Since Mando's here? No, they don't have hat hair the rest of the day. Not that I even really did anything with it. I just brushed it. Yay! I brushed my hair. Congratulations, you've adulted somewhat today. We got a few things to talk about today. Let us dive into it. Yeah. I'm gonna get my last bit of groove on real quick. We got a couple of headlines real quick before I want to dig into the meat and potatoes today. And you'll notice in the end credits, we have a new contributing producer on the show, helping me gather headlines and topics and stuff like that. Keynote reviews. Thank you so much for your help. It's just awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. So first up, Ryan Reynolds is already writing a new Deadpool project. He's writing a little something right now. It's an ensemble, he says. Already? I mean, you got to be creative when creativity says so. So maybe it's something like that. Good morning, Keto! Oh, bless you. Miss Perfect Hair. I've been jealous of Tabitha's hair since the first stream I saw of hers. Like, she was on Inside the Booth. And you were a little late. Tabitha was a little late because she had to curl her hair. And I was like, worth it. Gorgeous. She's gorgeous hair. So jealous. So thank you. Good morning, Truth. Good morning. So yeah, we've got a new ensemble Deadpool project in the works. There's that. Moving on. I just saw this. For those who don't know, Charlize Theron is my girlfriend. Why was Thor crying? Why was he crying? Hopefully we find out. For those who don't know, Charlize Theron is my girlfriend. Atomic Blonde is one of my favorite movies. I just absolutely adore this woman. She beats Natalie Portman in my girl crush book. Okay. She just does. She's awesome. Anyway, there was this Netflix movie came out a few years ago called The Old Guard about these immortal warriors. Kind of cool. Okay. I actually dug it. But apparently they've snuck a sequel for this film under the radar. I completely missed it. But it is coming out July 2nd on Netflix. So Charlize Theron, or Theron, I'm not even quite 1000% sure how to pronounce her last name. But for fans of her action films, fans of The Old Guard, July 2nd, mark your calendars. Here it comes. I don't know why I said that. That was super weird. But it's part of my aesthetic. Very weird. Weird, awkward, all that stuff. There's new casting information for... Why can't I speak? For Lanterns on Max with the new DCU TV shows. I'm really excited for the Lantern series. I love Green Lantern. It's one of my favorite breakdowns I've done on the channel too. I really love Green Lantern. And Ben Victor is secretly, I don't know why secretly, because it's on IMDb, to be playing Atrocitus. Well, on the IMDb, let me see if I can pull this up. On IMDb, he's playing Anton. Antaan. Let me see. But they're saying it's actually Atrocitus. Let me see if I can show you the cast list. Wow, where do we go from here? From Once More with Feeling, Buffy the Vampire Slayer just popped in my head for some reason. Good morning, Nicole! Good morning. Hello, my dear. Okay, let me show you the cast list on IMDb. Here we go. So Kyle Chandler, Aaron Pierre, of course, Jason Ritter, Nathan Fillion, Kelly McDonald, Garrett Dillahunt. Super stoked about that. And someone shared something that was supposedly from his Instagram. But I went and looked at his Instagram and I didn't see it anywhere. And it was supposed to be alluding that he was playing a Green Arrow, which would be kind of cool. And then my boyfriend Dave said the hottest thing ever. He said if he was younger, he'd make a perfect Booster Gold. I felt so seen, y'all. I felt so seen. This man knows about 3 things: guns, James Bond, and cars. Okay? That's what he knows. But he's been around me so much that he's picked up on Booster Gold perfectly. I must talk about Booster Gold a lot because he absolutely nailed Booster Gold casting. Garrett Dillahunt would be amazing. If he was younger, he'd be amazing at Booster Gold. So I'm going to spend the rest of my life with that man. Guys, find you a lady who gets into your comic book stuff like Dave does for me. Ladies, find you a man who does that, because it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. Just saying. Good morning, Backyard TARDIS! Did you send me that? Did you send me that? Was it a DM? You did. Bless you. Thank you, sir. God, I have the best friends on here. I swear. Let me pull this up. So I went and looked on Garrett's Instagram, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I don't know how real it is. Oh man, up yours, StreamYard. For really reals. Won't let me upload this picture. Oh, what a bummer. But I couldn't find it anywhere. I don't know if it was actual a thing or if it's fake. I don't know if he took it down or whatever, but I couldn't find it, and I'm struggling to find a way. Like, it's not letting me actually download this picture. Isn't that weird? Isn't that freaking weird? All right, I'm going to have to screen share. So I'm going to have to take down that, and then dang it, I'll have to do that all over again. But this is the post right here. But I went on his Instagram and I didn't see it anywhere. But that would be really cool. I would be okay with that. I would 1000% be okay with that. And Dave's right. He would have made an amazing Booster Gold in his younger days. Okay. So we're going to go back to IMDb. We are. I promise. Sometimes this stuff gets a little complicated. Okay. So here we have it. And then Paul Ben Victor as Anton. And it says it's for 1 episode. So what do we think? And Loki's got a point. How are you going to have Atrocitus when you want to make this a grounded murder mystery? I'm curious to see how it gets pulled off. Very curious. But Paul Ben Victor he's a great actor. He's an amazing bad guy actor. He does some really good villains. So, if he is, and Anton, from what I was able to find, this is a really deep cut. Anton is a guy who's obsessed with the truth and bringing justice at like all costs. Peace, but at any cost kind of thing. Do I not have that pulled up anymore? But yeah, he's supposed to be this guy who's just like, justice at all costs. We will reveal the truth. Maybe he becomes Atrocitus. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Fun fact, I never do. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Just FYI. At least that's what the kids on TikTok tell me. Who's this lady? Well, you're on my page, so hi. Nice to meet you. She's just making stuff up. She's such a liar. Jon Favreau and Pedro Pascal are best friends. I'm really looking forward to Sinestro because that dude, what's his name again? Ulrich Thompson. That's his name. Yeah. He's going to be great. See, Loki, you don't have to know. You just have to know people who do. And I do know a couple, just a couple. I should probably talk to them more often and have them teach me their ways. Sorry, get up early and go talk to chickens. So. Good morning, my penny. Good morning, dear heart. How are you? Good to see ya. Good to see everybody. So yeah, Paul Ben Victor on IMDb's playing Anton. It's got 2 A's. But people are saying he is actually playing Atrocitus. Chickens are funny to talk to. Yes, I talk to chickens. I talk to them all the time. I might have some issues, but I really enjoy just going out there and sitting with the chickens and talking to them. Professor Charles Xavier is quite the conversationalist. Yeah, he is. I go out and say, hey girls, got anything for me today? How's it going? You smell a little funky. Maybe I should muck your stall today. Okay, anyway, you guys don't care about that. Anyway, so that is our casting rumor for the day. He's officially cast in the series as Anton, but the rumor is he's secretly Atrocitus. So there is that. There is that. Oh, we have a new trailer to watch. Deranged Lunatic, does Charles have a little wheelchair to get around in? No, he doesn't. So I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I have chronic pain, and for that I see a pain therapist. So I don't get too depressed over constantly being in pain. Anyway, she's super nerdy like us, which she would have to be. And I was talking to her about the chickens and what I named them, and she said, with your hobbies and your skill set, you should make them little chicken X-Men outfits and just record them running around, do chicken cosplay. So to me, my X-Men kind of thing. So I'm not even going to say might. I'm going to. I've been thinking about making him the little yellow wheelchair and have him like, na, 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 na. Maybe I'll have Bo DeMaio write a script. Look, yes, do it. She was like, just think of the content. And then you could have Tiny come in, because Tiny and Professor Xavier are BFFs. They are. So be prepared for X-Men, Professor Charles Xavier and the X-Men content that's coming. What is wrong with me? Why do you guys come here? Why? These live streams are a mess and pointless. Start talking about chickens. Nobody cares about your chickens. All right, let's watch this new trailer. We have a trailer for Predator Badlands. I haven't seen it yet, so we're going to watch and react together. Here we go.
Didn't think you survived.
Who? November 7th, that's a ways off. I mean, it looks nice. Oh, that's right, from the director of Prey. Prey was amazing! Yeah. Elle Fanning as an android. Oh my. Those are some terrifying plant life. So is this their planet? I'm wondering.
You're hunting something.
And the android is with the predator.
It can't be killed.
So no humans. I'm seeing. Huh. Oh. Pardon me. Oh my. Okay, so this looks pretty good. I don't know anything about this movie. I'm going to be honest. I don't know anything about it. I'm assuming there's no humans in this one. He has a face only a mother could love. Speaking of Tiny, I just heard him doing his overly excited coughing thing. The cinematography's pretty good. You know, it doesn't tell us much other than we have Elle Fanning, who is obviously what is it, the Wayland android? I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm not like a massive Aliens fan. I mean, I've seen the movies and I know that Aliens and Predator are in the same universe. So I guess it would make sense at some point one of these androids would pop up somewhere. But it seems like she's hung up there like a trophy or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, that's right. I did put it in the intro too. Thank you for reminding me. Let's scroll through and find it. So apparently that means Independence Day is in this same universe. Because as Truth was saying, one of the skulls from those kinds of aliens are hanging up on a wall in this trailer. What the heck? Where is it? I know it's here. And Prey was, there it is. Right there in the center. See it? You got a dinosaur over here. Got a human skull. What else can we see? Alien, a xenomorph. Huh. And then there's the Independence Day skull. It's crazy. Prey was really good. I really loved Prey. Amber Midthunder was a frickin' revelation in that film. Absolutely loved it. Loved it, loved it. But yeah, here's the shot of the trophy wall. It looks pretty good. I'll watch it. I'll watch it hard. What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat or comments below. What did you think of the Predator Badlands trailer coming out November 7th? November 7th. You know, it's funny. Badlands doesn't come out until November, and we have a trailer. Ironheart comes out in like a month and a half, and we have no trailer. Truth says, Predator versus Independence Day starring Will Smith. Do it, Hollywood. I'd watch it. Why not? Why not? Yeah, Loki. Ironheart has been done for 2 years. Yeah, and they did reshoots, and this is another one that's been reshot to death. And I think they might have gone and done more because we still don't have a trailer and it comes out in like less than 2 months. So, confusing. Concerning. Deranged Lunatic, I wish It would make a sequel to Predators. I'd like to see if they ever got off planet. Okay. I kind of like the Predator series the way it is. It's a bit of an anthology. In a way, I like that. I like me a good standalone. I do. All right, guys. I know what you're here for. We're all here for the same thing, and we've got to talk about this some more because, pardon me, it's just so unbelievably concerning. And like we touched on it yesterday, but we didn't really like dive deep and discuss it. And I don't know how much, deep dive we're doing. And I thought I had this pulled up already, so I apologize for the stall. But la 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 la. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to pull this back up. I had it up yesterday. And Loki has a good point here. It's all anyone is talking about with this show. And that is not a good thing. Literally the only thing anyone is talking about from the show. Which is sad, Nicole. That's not what you want. And was it Entertainment Weekly? Because I want to look that up too. There's some concerning things that are being said about it. It's not just the scene itself. It's what's being said and reported on about the scene. And that's not what you want for any IP, really, let alone a family IP. So I think it was Entertainment Weekly ANDOR. Here we go. Here we go. Nope, this isn't it either. I'm going to keep looking. But the things that Tony Gilroy has said, like we're all the product of Grape. Are you insane? That is the most tone deaf thing he could have possibly said about that scene and why he did it. That was just a ridiculous thing to say. It is insulting and demeaning and belittling to people who have actually suffered that. How dare you? Like, you want to trauma share Grape assault? And I don't care what he actually meant was in the history of the world. No, not every single soldier in existence did that. Not every single one. Yes, it happened. I'm not minimizing the fact that graping and pillaging is a part of human history. Slavery is a part of human history all over the world. We don't sit and celebrate it. Okay? You see the point I'm trying to make here? Let's see. See if I can find it, because there was this really, really horrible here it is, Entertainment Weekly. That's what it was. There's another really horrible headline the Entertainment Weekly put out, and it was just like, what is wrong with you? Why would you say something that horrible? Okay, listen, I have removed. Good morning, Jesse. I have removed Streamlabs and Restreamed everything from my moderators, and it's still showing up. So I don't understand it. But first of all, Tony Gilroy's comments on this, saying this, has really, really put a bad taste in my mouth with him. Like, I've loved him as a filmmaker and a writer and a creator, but to say something like this, everyone has a slip of the tongue. I do it all the time, but you guys are still here. I don't get it. But this feels like a duh kind of thing. Like, why would you say something like that? And why would you feel the need? Because he said he felt the need to tear Bix down so she could come back from it and change her perspective and all this stuff. Tony, my dude, and we touched on this yesterday, my dude, did we not full on torture Bix last season and break her down mentally last season? I don't think that putting her in this situation was necessary for the point you were trying to make with her, for the character arc that you just said. You're saying you needed to really put her through hell so she could, grow back this way. You've already done that. That mission has already been accomplished. So why do you hate Bix? I mean, why do you hate Bix? It doesn't make sense that you would double down on that. You've already done this to her. This was absolutely unnecessary. It's unnecessary. And this is a fictional world. He's talking in this article about, in the history of planet Earth, history of mankind, this stuff it's real. It's gone on. Great. That's actual human history. This is fictional history. We already know that it exists in our reality. We already know that the Empire is just a bunch of bastards going around doing whatever they want, going mad with power. She was already tortured. You're already showing them torture people in Star Wars. So why? I feel like it's being celebrated. It's being celebrated. And that's absolutely wrong. It's absolutely wrong to celebrate something like this and to applaud that it's been put into this family sci-fi fantasy franchise. Here is what I'm talking about with it's being celebrated. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but I want you to check out this headline because this is absolutely horrendous. This was a really stupid thing to say. Pardon me. I know I keep doing that, but allergies and I'm outside a lot. They have changed the headline. I'm not kidding you. They've changed it. They have changed it because you Google it and it says what I'm looking for, and then you click on it and it's a different headline. So they know they fucked up. Here we go. I'm going to show you. They didn't change their Facebook post, though. They didn't change that. So I'll show you that. Okay. Here's the first headline that it originally was. And below it, on the actual article, they've changed the headline. But this article, the original headline was Adria, I'm probably saying that wrong, Adria Arjona becomes the first actress to film an attempted sexual assault in the Star Wars universe. Arjona tells us more about the milestone. Are you kidding me? She becomes the first actress to film a grape scene, an attempted grape scene in Star Wars. That's celebrating it. What? That's not a good thing. I don't understand why that's supposed to be a good thing. I don't understand that. They have changed it to something that's, I mean, not much better. To Adria Arjona says filming first Star Wars rape scene in Andor was the acting Olympics. Are you kidding me? This is not a good thing. This is not something that should be celebrated. It's not something that should. It's the only thing anyone is talking about in the Andor premiere. The only thing. That is a problem. That is a problem. They should be talking about the amazing acting, the incredible writing, the directing, the story, the cinematography, the color grading. But no, what we're talking about has Adria Arjona acted in the first sexual assault scene in Star Wars history. It's just, yeah, people are talking about Star Wars again, but for the wrong reasons. It was an extremely difficult scene for me to get through. I'm sure it was a very, very, there we go, very difficult scene for a lot of women to get through. People watch things like Star Wars, Star Trek, all this stuff. They watch it to escape, have some fun. If they want realism, they'll watch a drama, like an actual nonfiction drama, something. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass at this point, because my point is, I don't want to watch something and be horrified. I want to watch something to just enjoy myself. Omari says, just watch any random episode of Law & Order SVU. There you go. Why even bring it up? And Tony Gilroy says it's because, well, it's war. I wanted to show actual war. Then make a World War II movie or a Vietnam movie or something. This is Star Wars. There's supposed to be happy shit going on at some point. This is horrible. It's uncomfortable. It's cringe. It's concerning. And then you have Entertainment Weekly and The Hollywood Reporter and Variety just slapping their hands together, patting them on the back, saying, first actress to film an attempted grape scene in Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely was like, yes, when she cracked him upside the head with a hammer, because my God, make it stop. Kill him. That's awful. But this is absolutely unnecessary. If Tony Gilroy's purpose for her character development was to put her through trauma and go through something horrible so he could build her back up and strengthen her character, you've already done that. She looked pretty mentally and physically broken down last season after being tortured by the Empire, by the ISB. Why was this necessary? It absolutely wasn't. How the F do I get rid of Streamlabs at this point? Here we go. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. Streamlabs was banned and their comments removed. Let's see if that works. Yeah, go watch Game of Thrones. Star Wars is not Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is Game of Thrones. Star Wars is Star Wars. Deranged Lunatic says Bix was having nightmares in the first episode. It's already happening. She's already where you want her, Tony. So why do you hate Bix so much? Like, why do you hate her? Oh, I just banned them all together, Mando. Jesse, I like the different take Andor does in the Star Wars universe. Nothing is perfect, but that was not necessarily. I 1,000% agree with you. I love Andor. I like the show. Nicole and I have talked many times that the IP is so big you could create subgenres for people who like different things. But this, it's still supposed to be a family thing. It's still supposed to be a family IP. Kino's got an excellent point. Off-screen contributing producer Kino says, how does a show like this sell toys and collectibles? Star Wars rape whistles. Get them now. Star Wars grape whistles. Words are hard. Star Wars grape whistles. There you go. Yeah. Uncomfortable, awkward, and the way that the media is handling it is concerning and sad. Like, it feels wrong. And it feels like just an excuse for shock value. It makes me worried for the rest of the season. Like, are they using us to shock us, to detract from or distract from that this is a weak season? I don't get it. I don't get it. But any final thoughts, questions, comments, emotional outbursts about this topic, leave it in the comment in the chats below. Because I do want to talk about Sinners too. Yeah, so much for empowering women. Let's torture and assault them. The Force is a feeling and intuition. It is the invisible thing that binds us all together. So therefore, it can't inherently be male or female. It has to be everything. It's genderless. I mean, does the wind have a gender? Does the ocean? Does fire have a gender? Like, no, it's an element. It's a part of us. Let's talk about Haley Steinfeld's spit. All right, let me pull something up for y'all. Oh man, so I watched Sinners last night. I did. And whoops. Didn't mean to put that up there. Sorry, guys. I watched this last night. And I freaking loved it. This is the best vampire movie I have seen in decades. And I mean that. It's one of the best movies of the year, hands down. Haley Steinfeld was absolutely amazing in this film. It was so good. This isn't a show. This is a movie. It just came out. It's in theaters. And can I please have more Michael B. Jordan as a vampire? Y'all talking about Haley Steinfeld? Yeah, she's pretty hot. I'll give you that. Michael B. Jordan as a vampire? Just make him Blade. I would. Oh my God. I am totally down for Michael B. Jordan playing Blade. So good. Let Ryan Coogler make a Blade movie. I mean, holy shit. This was so good. Let me tell you something. Twilight pisses me off to no end because it was like after Twilight came out, there were no more vampires or monster movies. There were no classic vampires coming out anymore. And that made me so sad because vampires as monsters, there's a reason for it. There's a point. And this was classic vampire horror. They were allergic to garlic. They got staked in the heart. They're allergic to sunlight, holy water, the whole shebang. The whole shebang. I'm not talking about Nosferatu, and it was barely a vampire movie. Leave me alone, okay? Let me have this. But it was just, they had to be invited in. It was classic vampire horror. They were the bad guys, 1,000%. They were monsters. They were monstrous. There was a great story, a great backstory. I mean, these twins that had worked for Capone and had been to the war. Nosferatu was okay. Like I could take it or leave it, to be perfectly honest. And okay, so it's a vampire movie. All right. It is. It's just I guess I didn't get Lily Depp's character that much. Maybe I need to watch it again. I only watched it the one time. Maybe I need to watch it again, but I'm just not really that into it. It just felt kind of like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? But Ryan Coogler just showed Disney Marvel how easy it is to make a vampire movie. How are they struggling with Blade? That is a really good question, because this, there you go, is not a vampire movie. It's a Nosferatu movie. There is a difference. Nosferatu is a knockoff of Dracula. And this was a knockoff of the knockoff. And they were making it all about Lily Rose Depp. Again, I shouldn't talk about it anymore because I only saw it the one time and it's been a while. I should watch it again. So, I mean, rumors say he stole this movie from Disney. Really? So is Haley Steinfeld a Disney princess? Is Mary a Disney princess? But no, this movie had a great story, great characters. He's way better than Nosferatu. Because Nosferatu, You didn't really get the vampire action that you get in this. And that's what you want in a vampire movie. You really do. It was going to be the plot of Blade. Okay, so this takes place. I was thinking about that because it was originally, the Blade movie was originally supposed to take place in the 1920s. This is taking place in the 30s, like early 30s. I was wondering that. But everyone's going crazy about Haley Steinfeld spitting into Michael B. Jordan's mouth. Oh, it was really good. No, the action was absolutely dope. I love the comparisons Ryan Coogler draws from the Irish people and African Americans with the folk music. That was absolutely beautiful. Just well done, well put. Watching all of those vampires like dance and cheer and sing to Rocky Road to Dublin. When I heard the music start, I was like, oh, I know this song well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was great. It was absolutely phenomenal. Michael B. Jordan jumping and dancing, singing along to Rocky Road to Dublin was absolutely fantastic. It was wonderful. But I mean, right from the start, the very, very beginning, they draw that comparison with music and folklore and struggle and suffering between the African people, the Irish people, and the Native American people. Well done, well blended throughout the whole thing. Absolutely just, I don't want to say fun, but entertaining story, fantastic action, wonderful acting, cinematography is beautiful. The color grading they used, separating the light, the dark, it was very well done. Omari says the cinematography reminded me of Mudbound. I have not seen that. Untamed Mando, my Irish ancestors would be proud then. Sure they would. Mine as well. So it was good. It was really good. I highly recommend it. Everyone should go see it. Michael B. Jordan is an absolute 1000% badass in this film. Just a good time. Good time at the movies. Good vampire film. Best vampire film in decades. I stand by that. Absolutely stand by that. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. So go check that out. But I got a lot to do today. I do. So it's time for me to go. So leave your questions, comments, emotional outbursts, last questions, anything. Leave it in the chat below. We are winding down. We're wrapping it up. Well, then don't go watch this movie, but it's really good. He's really good at it. So there. Loud noises. If you would like to help support the channel, thank you. The best way to do it is the easiest and the freest. And all you have to do is scan this QR code right here. It'll take you to buymeacoffee.com/comics and MUA. You can tip me as little or as much as you like. You forget that link, don't worry about it. I've left it in the description below, along with all the other links I'm going to give you. All you have to do is scan it. It takes you right there, or just type in buymeacoffee.com/comics and MUA. There you go. But if you would like other options, like Cash App, for instance, that's down there too. $ DanielleSoncasie. Same deal. Tip me as little or as much as you like. You can also join the official Nerdling Army at patreon.com/comics, and you get exclusive outtakes, merch that correlates to your specific tier. And you get that every 3 months for the first year of your membership. Behind the scenes, outtakes, sneak peeks, stuff I'm working on that no one else gets to see, like script for my comic book. It's on Patreon. Please tell me what you think. I'm in desperate need of feedback, and no one has given me feedback yet. Please, I'm begging you. Someone give me feedback on that. And there's also the exclusive Nerdling Army chat. So sign up today at patreon.com/comics and pick one of our 3 tiers, starting as little as $3 a month. I'm also an affiliate for several companies like Leash Boss. My specific link, my dedicated link is in the description below. And using that will get you 15% off while shopping for your beloved little pup. Leash Boss is the only company I have found that loves and cares for your dog as much as you do. So check them out today. They have absolutely everything you need. And so does Apotheosis Comics and Lounge in South City, St. Louis, my home hood, where I am from. It's a comic book bar. A comic book bar. How cool is that? But if you don't live in or around the St. Louis area, don't panic, okay? If you go to shopapotheosis.com/comics, and you can find everything you need from collectibles, games, apparel, and of course, comic books. Don't know what to pick? Don't worry about it. Sign up for one of their 3 different subscription boxes. And the fanatics at Apotheosis will ask you a couple questions and curate the perfect titles for you every single month. So go to shopapotheosis.com/comics and use code comics and at checkout and get 10% off. My gift to you is a St. Louis native supporting a local business. Isn't that fun? Oh my goodness. If you didn't know, this podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. That's right. We are a collection of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators. So if you like the content I'm putting out there, chances are you're going to enjoy more of the Red 5 family of podcasts. So go to red5.bio.link today and find what more of the Red 5 Network can offer you. But that being said, I have offered all I can today, and I'm out. So have a good day. Stay kind to one another. Stay nerdy, babies. And I will see you tomorrow morning for our next daily dose of Dork. Keep your eye out, because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!
Thank you.